Says I'm live. It says I'm live. Hope we stay here. Live, actually, it is the summer solstice, pretty much as we speak. Just got to start off with a drink of water there. So, if you're watching this, whenever you're watching it, whether it's right now, whether it's a repeat, thanks so much for watching. Great to have you on board, and I hope you are having a fantastic solstice time. Beverly Spencer is here. Nice to see you, Beverly. Hey to you, and happy solstice to you. Also, happy solstice to you, April. And thanks, guys, for your comments through the week. It's been a crazy week. Nothing has been working with the internet, but I'm an internet addict. Hi, Patty Palmer. Hey, great to see you. This is great. People are coming in. So I'm an internet addict, and even when it's not working, I just have to try and watch YouTube or Netflix or something. And I just watched something on Netflix, and it worked. And I thought, my God, maybe I can go live. And here we are. So thanks for your patience. Christina is with us. Hi to you. Mary Ann S is here. Lisa Erin Son. Hi to you. Happy solstice, one and all. Great to see everyone here. Kathy Sandoval is here too. Tuli Lazuli is present. It's like roll call here, isn't it? Absolutely brilliant. And Kat May is online as well. So happy solstice to you too. Yeah, great. It's lovely to be seen, Patty. Thanks. I'm delighted that people are here and can see, and I'm delighted to see you guys too, because this is a lovely group. And, you know, it's a shame when we can't get together. But as I said in the earlier video, and I've said in quite, because I like moaning about it, I live miles and miles from anywhere, and it's not very strong internet, and when it goes, it really goes. But hell, it's Mercury retrograde, isn't it? What are we going to do about it? Mercury retrograde ends on Tuesday the 22nd, though, so we're very close, because it's late in UK anyway. It's late. It's 9:15 in the evening here in UK, and so not long at all until we wake up to no Mercury retrograde, which is great. Kat May can see me on her TV. This is fantastic. Gail K is with us. Patricia Franzino, hi to you. Thanks for joining us. Vixen Doe. Let me get my magic weapon, the mouse, which seems like magic to me. What are you going to do about it? It's just kind of the crazy world of Andy. Happy Father's Day, says Beverly. Thanks very much, and thanks to all of you who are saying Happy Father's Day. I did have a lovely conversation with my daughter, who is soon to be my son, on this very day. And yes, we do have Father's Day in UK. It's sort of spread here from USA. It's a sort of a hallmark holiday, really. But, you know, these things gather meaning with time, and it does mean a lot to me. So great stuff. Okay, so I'm shuffling the tarot, and we'll get into some readings any second now. But I think since we've got Mercury retrograde going on, and there's been a ton of stuff going on with astrology in the last week, it's been a real busy week, and it's been a week of hectic energy in astrology. So we'll start off with a Moonology card. And what have we got? Come here, come here, come here. The energy is gaining momentum, is what it says. I shall show you. There we go. Waxing moon. The energy is gaining momentum. So things are really happening. The moon is waxing at the moment, growing in the sky. Lovely purple landscape here, and some birds flying around in it as well. And I think that can symbolize the human soul, actually, just about any time, but particularly in this video, in this live experience tonight. And if you're not watching live, if you're watching the repeat, God bless you. Thanks for watching. Your energy is already here. That is the nature of energy. It really does travel. Linda Bishop is with us. Chris Engel is here as well. Nice to be live. Thank you, Chris, and nice to catch you too from this end of being live. Wow, great stuff. So it is the shortest night tonight. It's nothing like dark yet. I mean, it wouldn't be, but even when we finish, it probably still won't be dark. Because I'm right on the west coast of Wales, right on the edge of the west coast of Wales, about maybe 9 or 10 miles from the sea. So I'm right on the coast. And it only gets dark here for about 4 hours tonight, which is great. I'm hoping I wake up at 4:31 a.m. because I want to make a quick video of the solstice sunrise. And the solstice happens here at 4:31 a.m. So that's like 10:31 p.m. on this very day, Central USA time. Not that many people are on Central time, I know, but a lot of you actually are on Mountain time, which is that's going to be 9:31 p.m. But I just give out Central time because I can do it quickly, and I guess you all know where you are in relation to Central USA time. Kathy Sandoval asks for a card, so I will have a shuffle now. Oh dear, now then. Beverly says, Andy, I think my cat Charlie went off to die yesterday. He was suffering last week. Oh, Beverly, I'm so sorry. I thought that's an awful time. It's like, it's inevitable, isn't it? Because they live such short lives compared to us, and they pack so much into their time compared to us as well. Well, I really hope he comes back and he's okay, Beverly. It does happen. I've had that happen to me when a cat has gone, and I've thought, oh, that's the end of it because they weren't well. And they have actually then come back, so. Yeah, but I just wish you all the very best with that. I really do, Beverly, and I'm sure we all do. So, what was I about to do? I was about to do a card for someone. Scrolling to find it now. Kathy Sandoval asks, "Can I have a card? Could I have a card? Actually, so let's do you a card, Kathy." Got Tarot in Wonderland. I'm just going to cut the deck and bring one out. 7 of Swords. So there's a trickster. Okay, this card exposes a trickster. But is it a good trickster or a bad trickster, Kathy? This is the question. And how can there be a good trickster? Well, they're not usually very well-intentioned, these tricksters that find their way into our lives. But sometimes we learn something important as a result of whatever tricks are being played. But there is a trickster about, Kathy. And the question is, see this guy pinching the swords, stealing the swords away. And he's got has he got 1, 2, 3, 4? He's only seems to have 4. So I guess there's some more left behind there somewhere. There's 2 more in the background. So he's not stealing them all. So all is not going to be lost, Kathy. That is the thing. Look around for what you've got left. And basically another message of this card, which ties in very well with it, is what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, Kathy. So things are going to be on the up for you as long as you sort of take notice of what's going on at the moment. And I don't know, just I guess the thing to do is not let the person totally get away with it, or not be seen to let the person get away with it. Be as strong as you can, Kathy. But an interesting one. It is Mercury retrograde at the moment, and nothing is quite what it seems, particularly where communication is concerned. So that might be why things have gone a bit tricky there. In that case, that's not bad news because Mercury retrograde is very nearly over. So and I'm sure all of us wish you all the very best with that, actually, Kathy. So love and light. Thanks for your question. Happy solstice to you. Hey is with us. Hey to you. I'm delighted I got on live. I'm really glad to see all you guys again. Linda Bishop is here. Texas is on Central Time. That is good to know. I'm sort of building up my knowledge of time zones and things, which is great. And I am so happy, actually, that I chose to pitch myself to American people. Not that there's anything wrong at all with British people, and British people do often join us, and I'm always very glad to see my fellow Brits here. But it has to do with the poor internet connections. If I go on at nighttime UK, when it's the middle of the day in America, chances are the internet's going to work better. That's sort of what lay behind it. But there we go. We make these rational choices. And we end up meeting people, and it all ends up becoming a real thing. Hi, Julianne. Don't worry about being late. I'm a week late. Good gosh, I haven't been here for ages and ages. Right, so here we go. Rupali Khanna, nice to see you. Hope things are good with you there, Rupali. Hope life is treating you well. And I hope this Mercury retrograde isn't getting to you too much. It goes for everyone, actually. Hi, Jackie Khan. Thanks for that happy Father's Day wish. It has been fantastic so far. And the icing on the cake is, it's fantastic now because I'm actually on live. Live, actually, I have called this. sort of slightly pinching the name of the film there. Beverly says, Charlie was an old cat. He barely could move last few days. I made sure he had food, water. He quit eating Friday. Didn't look like he had his water yesterday afternoon. Can't find him anywhere. Well, Beverly, I still say I hope he comes back to you. You know, I'm sure he'll come back to you on the spiritual planes, if not in this life. And you know, maybe he's over the rainbow bridge. Well, he's in the best place, really. He's in a good place, you know. But such a shame, and I feel for you, Beverly. I do, because I've been through that so many times. I'm a cat person. Many of us here are cat people, and this is what we go through. Hi, Ron, Unconditional Love. Nice to see you, my friend. Thanks for joining us. Holly DeShane is here. Vicky Loper is here. But Rupali, a card for you. This is a good one, right? This is the Happy Ever After card. It is the 10 of Cups. The cups on top of the wall could be full, could be empty. We can't see through them. But there are 10 cups. That's the main thing. Most important thing, okay, when love is happening, and I guess someone is thinking of coming towards you. In fact, I think they are actually coming towards you. I think something's going to happen fairly quickly now, Rupali, actually. And the most important thing is to have a plan, because it's one wonderful thing to meet the person and for the thing to actually start, and for those pinky higher heart chakra feelings that are indicated by the pink clouds up there to start kicking in. It's all absolutely amazing and lovely when that happens. But have a plan to carry things forward, okay? That puts something in the 10 cups. That makes things happen so much better, so much quicker. And that's a great question to ask at this time of solstice, when everything in nature is so full, which it really is at the moment. So let's have a look. I saw another card request there. I've seen a couple, I think. Yeah, Julie M is a cat people too. Yeah, great. Good for you. Cannot beat having cats. You really can't. Oh, they're my favourite animal. I'm sure dogs are brilliant. I've just never been a dog man, really. I'm a cat gentleman, like a cat lady, but a man. Okay. Jennifer is asking, solstice greetings. Solstice greetings, Jennifer. Can you pull a spiritual guide card for me and my family? Okay. Well, as far as I know, the best cards for working with spirit guides in my mission at the moment seems to be Work Your Light by Rebecca Campbell. There is great spiritual guidance to be found in this deck. There really is. By the way, I hope everyone can hear me. I've had trouble with microphones as well. My iPhone's turned on me. I can't use that anymore. It just does robot voices all the time. Okay, so what have we got here? Right, okay. This one comes up an awful lot, actually. So I guess you're in, very unique, very unusual situation that all of us on the spiritual path find ourselves in compared to other people. But this is a question that we often kind of ask ourselves, what's going on? Can I handle it? And the card is the Age of Light, and it says, you've been training for this for lifetimes. So there you go, Jennifer. The universe is not going to throw anything at you that you're not already kind of set up to handle. Might not feel like it. You might only just this second have become set up for it, but you are set up for it now. It's the energy of the moment. That's what really matters. And the card is also the Age of Light. So think of that, because, it feels like an age of darkness at the moment, doesn't it? And it's really not. This is when the light really matters. This is when the light really gets its boots on, and things can be incredibly positive, because there is such negativity about, it's kind of polar opposites, and opposites attract. So whenever there's a lot of darkness in the world, excuse me, whenever there's a lot of darkness in the world, as there is now, it draws in the light. It draws in the light and it changes things. So best of luck, Vicky. And that would seem to be the message coming through from your guides at this time, because that's what we're all about here, spiritualism, spirit guides. I am a medium. That's where we're coming from. But doesn't matter what the question is. If you've got any question at all, then you're asking it for a reason. You've got a serious reason for asking it. And if you care about something, your spirit guides, your angels will actually want to come in and give you some help with it. They really will, because again, like I said before, it's the energy of the moment. That's how it works. Vicky Loper, happy Father's Day. Thank you, Vicky. May I have a card? You may, and I'm tempted to do another one from Work Your Light, actually. And what we've got for you, Vicky, is answer the call. What is your soul calling you to do? Bring it up close so you can see it there. What is your soul calling you to do? That's the thing to be asking yourself in your meditations at the moment, Vicky. And this is actually a very powerful time for any kind of meditation, because it's an earth festival for sure, the solstice. But the link between earth and heaven is really crucial to all the spiritual work we do. We have to reach up so hard and so high using the higher chakras to really connect to the divine universal energies. Maybe we have to try less hard to connect to Gaia and to the earth energies, because we walk about on her every day. And, we really do, even if we're walking on concrete, even if we're in town, just a few feet below the soles of your shoes, there is actually real natural earth. It might have had concrete poured over it, it might have subway trains running through it, but it's there, and it is Gaia and it is nature. So we walk on that, and we are, on the spiritual quest to draw down the divine energies actually through us, for us to actually be like the cable that the spiritual energy flows through to connect heaven and earth. That's what we're always trying to do. So whatever's going on in your life at the moment, think about that, Vicky. What is your soul calling you to do? Answer the call. I feel there's a kind of a romance link going on here as well, actually. And, that's a soul level thing as well. I think it's kind of too easy for people to forget that. Some of the spiritual mediums that I know, not many actually, only one or two, are a little bit critical, because I kind of pull cards for people about love, about moving house, money, all those things. And they say, well, we're supposed to just connect people with their spirit guides. Well, people's spirit guides want people to be happy. And when people have got big questions, it makes it that little bit more difficult to feel content, to feel happy, to feel at home in your own skin. And I'm sure the angels always want to help with that. And I'm sure that people's loved ones in the spirit world always want to help with that. So I am happy and proud to pull cards for whatever questions you have, So do ask away. Okay. Now then. Yeah, I do me, Sheila. Sheila says, no, you do you, Andy. Yeah, I do me. That's the only thing I really do. It's the only thing I know how to do, to be quite honest. Well, I know a few things, I can mend radios and stuff, but, spiritually, I only do me. It's the only way, actually. In fact, I've even been criticised for mending radios the wrong way. Here is an interesting point. Erin Son Lisa. See, there's no super chat. Yeah, that is actually, that is the current donation path. It is actually a PayPal address that I've had for a long time, actually, Lisa. There's a long story about monetizing my channel. Unfortunately, it is going to cause all kinds of financial and tax problems for me if I earn too much through PayPal. So I had to kind of click the monetization off. I can only monetize if I reach a point where it's going to make me so much money that that can be my main income, or if I get another income stream or something like that. So yeah, at the moment, please guys, if you'd like to support me in my work, and I really would appreciate it, it's much needed at the moment, then coffee.com/twig, as is coming across the screen now, or you can book a private reading at this email address, 35and83@gmail.com, which is also coming across the stream now, or please visit my PayPal situation at paypal.me/twigbrother. All those links are down there in the description underneath this video. You may have to tap or click on a little arrow pointing down next to the title, which will open up that description for you, and the links are there. There is also a donate button on my YouTube About Me page as well, but it doesn't show up on every system. Isn't that just crazy. That is so much the way with YouTube and with the internet and craziness. But yeah, all donations very much appreciated, especially at the moment. So with that, Gail K, question, will my brother pay for our sister's dental work without giving us any more aggravation? Right, let's start that one with a pendulum, and let's use the Reiki pendulum because there is healing involved, okay? And excuse me, I feel that whatever it is that your brother is moaning about at the moment is actually, that's going to heal as well. He's going to heal. I'm sure he is. But let's specifically ask the question, will your brother pay for your sister's dental work without giving us any more aggravation? It says yes. Maybe he's said his piece now. Maybe he's said his piece. But I do think, actually, that as our Australian friends might say, you might have to tell him to give it a bone. In other words, stop the dog barking by giving him a bone. You might have to give him something. Okay. But what we've got here is Knight of Wands. Okay. Now, this is interesting because the Knight of Wands will get you places and will do things like paying for someone's dental work. And blimey, I don't envy people who need dental work. But the Knight of Wands is kind of egotistical. He's a Leo. He's really the lion there, is he not? And, you know, the Wands are the fire sign suit. Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries go with this. So fire sign energy, I don't know if he's a Leo, but it's definitely Leo energy, all right? And sooner or later, he wants to move on. He wants to get on with his own thing. So he will stop mithering, as they say in UK. Right, doing lots of trans world stuff at the moment, but there we go. Thanks so much for your question, Gail. I really hope that works out. Your channel, your rules, Andy, says Vixen Doe. Thank you. This is it. And I guess that, if people don't like my rules and my channel, they're not watching. And that's cool because people are watching who are bang into this. And I'm bang into you guys as well. One thing, as big and as impersonal as the huge, great world of the internet is, it is big enough that everyone can find a kind of a soul group, And I think we've got a real good soul group going on here. Really, I do. Sheila says it's your energy. You have to do what you need to do that works. Seascape is with us. Hi there. GGB is here as well. Many blessings to you too. Okay, now then, praying for a new black cat, says Tuli Lizuli. I like his gold eyes. If possible, miss my baby so much. Okay. Yeah, well, I think we're all praying along with you there, too, because I think, any of us who've ever had cats know that feeling when you'd really like a cat. There's something draws us to cats. I'm sure it's on an energetic level, spiritually speaking, but, they're just such great company to have, aren't they? Tinkerbell was lying on top of me all afternoon when I was lying on my bed reading a book, and Tinkerbell went to sleep on me, and I'm sure there was some kind of cosmic energy being transmitted that way. So we will most certainly pray for you. We really will. Okay, now then, someone was asking, hello, Mrs. Tyler J. Nice to see you rock too. Thank you very much. Now then, okay. I saw someone ask, here we go, found it, Patty Palmer asking for a general reading. Absolutely, Patty. Let's do you a 3-carder from Tarot in Wonderland and see what comes up, Patty. I just got a feeling, sometimes I do 1 card, sometimes I do a pendulum, sometimes I do 3 cards. It's kind of, I'm working with spirit guides and I just get the feeling. And I get the feeling for Patty Palmer, we want to do 3 cards for you at this moment. Julie M says the universe is run by Kitty Thoughts. 100%. I'm sure it is, actually. Yeah, I'm really sure it is. And Linda and Beverly, thank you. A very soul fulfilling channel. I really appreciate that, guys. But it works both ways. This is very soul filling for me too, particularly since all the craziness that's been going on since like a year and a half ago. This has really been my only outlet. Any of you ever watched Little Britain? I think it did reach the United States. And there's this character in it called Dafydd. Well, she said, it's my only outlet, my family. And this has been my only outlet. And it's been great fun, though. It really has. And it's been an education. Okay, so with that, I think I've shuffled enough. Going to turn over the top 3 cards for Patty Palmer and see what we've got here. Okay. First card out of the deck for you, Patty, 7 of Wands. Right, lots going on in your life and you're really trying to make sense of it. You're really trying to see a common thread and a purpose. Well, there is a purpose there. There are definitely things that you need to be doing and that you are being drawn and guided towards. But can you see what's happening here? 7 of Wands is typical. This card is always this way somehow in whatever deck it is. But in tarot in Wonderland, we've got all these crazy images on this wall, this wooden wall thing that's behind Alice, and there are 4 candles in it showing like the angels have come around, and that's what tells you there really is stuff meant to happen, and actually life is still meant to keep going and evolving for you, Patty. It always is. But Alice is doing the right thing. She's looking away from all these crazy images because basically they're distractions. So detach from drama, Patty. That's what I want to say about that one. Okay, middle card, Ace of Swords. Right, so there are things happening. There most certainly are. Now, manifestation is a strong possibility here, but because it's a sword card, all the alchemy of the aces, which all the aces have, because it's a sword card, what it's really saying is there's a big decision to make. Real big decision. And I guess the decision to turn away from all this drama and detach from this drama is probably a really big decision, really is by the look of it. But make that decision, okay? Because making that decision will lift you up above the mountains, above the clouds, like we're seeing in this card. And so once you're up above the clouds and there's ain't no clouds on your horizon, like the song says, you can decide what you want to do once you've cut off from that drama. 3 of Wands is your outcome on this one, Patty. Okay, the work has already been done. Good things are coming in on those ships. Okay, anything can happen. The ships haven't docked yet, but the waters are calm. And Mr. White Rabbit here looking at his watch, need worry not, because the ships are coming in and things are going to happen, because there are ribbons tied to the wands and they're blowing. The wands are the suit of action. Fire sign energy again, Leo, Sag and Aries. So it's fiery, things are happening most definitely for you, Patty. So detach from that drama, get ready to make the most of it, and think outside the box and just think fearlessly. Don't worry about what other people think of what you think. Don't worry about what other people think you should think or you shouldn't think. You think what you think. No one can change what you really think. So just go with that, Patty. And it's looking really positive. It really is. As Lisa so kindly says, hey friends, you can support Andy's spiritual work here, coffee.com/twig or at paypal.me/twigbrother. The great thing about coffee.com is there are loads of pictures on there of what's going on in my life. I do update it sometimes, and so I hope there are interesting things on the coffee page, and it's kind of a fun place to be on coffee. But hey, PayPal is fantastic, just as good. Coffee actually pays your donation straight into PayPal. Coffee does not take a cut. Coffee takes nothing at all. And so then there's only the little PayPal fee, which is not much actually. So yeah, that would really be much appreciated. Okay. Let's take a look at this one, and I will scroll back because I know I've missed some here, but this one's caught my eye from Cat May. Okay, I did a general reading this morning. The cards are indicating a new relationship or partnership. Could you clarify if it is love, new job, or partnership? I feel it's love, Cat, but I feel it's going to be... I don't know if you're in a big hurry to let love in at the moment. I've just pulled a card on that, right? And what I've got is 9 of Swords. I don't know if you really feel that you want to have a love relationship. I think in your heart and soul you would like to. I think there's one coming towards you as well. That really feels like the energy to me. But there's a lot to untangle. So you've got the, was it 9? Yeah, I thought it was the 10, but no, it's the 9. And all these things are hanging over the Mad March Hare's head. He's got to sort them out one at a time, So... don't be rushed into it, Kat. That's all I want to say. Okay. I've just been told new employment, is actually on its way towards you as well. More like a new job, like employment along the lines of something you already do, actually. But yeah, that really feels like romance for me. So I think that's the way it is going. Okay. Oh, Sheila, you had to bail from nasty women. TLC takedown last night. Couldn't figure out. Well. Got to do what you got to do, my friend. Got to do what you got to do. That's all I can say. Okay. Now then, what I was just watching when I realised that I could actually probably get on live, I was watching BoJack Horseman, and it was the one with Seraphina Aquafina. So, Seraphina, I'm drawn to you. I would love a message from my guides about my career. Okay. Let's keep on rocking with this one. Work Your Light, Rebecca Campbell. Always great for spirit guides wherever they're involved. And I wish you luck with this, Seraphina. I really do. Thanks for joining us, by the way. Great to have you on board. Happy solstice to you. Okay, so I've had a shuffle. I've been told, cut the deck. Right, here we go. Message about your career. It's a very short message. It says yes, and then underneath it says, just say yes. Kind of reminds me of when Nancy Reagan started the Just Say No campaign, and Ronald Reagan went out and said, remember, just say yes. But anyway, just got to say yes to something positive here, really. Okay, that's the thing. I'm feeling in my bones, Seraphina, that I think too much is being asked of you, really, or you're kind of being asked to do stuff that's like above your pay grade at the moment. But if you keep saying yes to it, it's going to get you places. Okay, it's going to change things for the better. Basically, you won't just do all that work and end up with nothing. That's the bottom line. So just say yes, okay, and you're not alone in the situation either. That is part of the message here. Okay, so that is really where it's at for you, Seraphina. Thanks for your question. Wish you luck with it, and happy solstice to you. Okay, Paddy Palmer says, that was spot on, sort of truth coming through all the delusions, and I got the world in my hands. Yeah, Spider-Man, that's the way to do it. Got to be Spider-Man about these things sometimes, guys. It's the only way. Great stuff, great stuff. Kay Rubio, hi to you. Thanks for joining us. And Kay, thanks for all your lovely supportive messages. In fact, thank you, all of you, for your lovely supportive messages. They always mean a lot to me, they really do. And through the last week, when I've been having these Mercury retrograde related problems of not being able to get the internet to work, they've meant a hell of a lot, actually. Because, I sort of look at my YouTube Studio app and see the numbers going down and go, all that work for nothing. And then there's people being positive and saying, it'll be good. Really appreciate it, guys. Thanks so much. Hi, Miss Kathy. Triggers are here. Pardon my fingers. Wow, that's what fingers are for, being pardoned. Right. May not actually use it. Might not be workable. Well, keep trying, Sheila. You've got good forces with you, Sheila. You really have. Okay. Hello, M. Steve. Great to see you. Patricia Franzino, what else must I do to have the right dance partner manifest? I am open to it in faith. I have an advert online. I practice 6 days a week. I've asked studio owners and teachers to recommend me. Right, what do you need to do, Francine? Sorry, I have a friend called Francine. That's why I mixed it up with your first name. What you need to do, Patricia, is really just keep going. Those are the words that have come to me. I'm going to do you a card on this, and we'll see what the cards have to say about it. Quick little story, quick little anecdote from my own life. I used to be a big style church organist. I've played in many cathedrals. I had a stroke, I couldn't really help it that I had to stop doing it because I couldn't play anymore. My left hand became too paralyzed to play. But I allowed myself to drift out of that world because at that point, that really was hopeless. Life is never hopeless, but sometimes one aspect of it is, and you just need to move on. So I moved on from that whole church organ world. If I'd stayed in it, by now I could have been conducting a big choir or something. I walked away from it, so hang in there. Okay, it may take some time for the right dance partner to manifest, but that is because the influences of the universe are working together to actually bring the right person in. You have a great talent, so it can't just be anyone, and the right person takes time to find. I feel the answer's actually going to come in through the online advert in the end. But it's great that you're talking to studio owners. It's great that you're talking to teachers. It's great that you're putting yourself out there. That's what really matters. Card for you on that is Council of Light. Don't know how well that's showing up on your screen, but it's a beautiful card. It says divine orchestration, help us in the subtle realms. Okay, so they're on the case. All these amazing angelic figures and this guy with arms outstretched at the back, the Great Spirit himself, is really on the case. Him or herself, I'm sure the Great Spirit isn't limited by gender, but the Great Spirit is on the case, Patricia. So thanks for your question. Totally the best of luck with that, my friend, and I hope you have a great solstice. Relax, enjoy the solstice while it's here, and then things improve. Okay, the lilt in my voice is helpful. Love to you too, Tuli. Thanks so much. Okay, right, I missed this Nasty Women Tarot thing. Oh, shame I didn't see that. Sounds like I really kind of missed something juicy happening there. But there we go. Now then, Lisa, I'm not seeing a count of members on the chat. Maybe it's just my link. Well, I've got a count of 40 on here at the moment, Lisa, so it's working this end. But I'm not actually seeing this on YouTube. I work through, it says at the top of the screen up there, StreamYard. I work through StreamYard because I get a much better connection. YouTube drops out all the time, even on a good day. So I'm coming in through StreamYard, and I'm on the StreamYard page at the moment. In fact, let me just see. If I use my darkened camera as a mirror, it's not showing very well, but you can see a reflection of the page I'm on, and it's not YouTube anyway. Okay, but fear not, we've got 40 beautiful people online with us at the moment. Just put that back on the stand, because see, when I have my iPhone propped up just in front of me there, I can see if someone donates to PayPal or coffee, and I can say a big thank you. So great stuff. 41, 42. Yes, we have 42 at this point. Okay, Sheila, love to read with you someday, Andy, if you'd be up for it. No political readings. Sheila, 100%, I would love to, my friend. In fact, I think we mentioned this before. The reason I haven't done it is I just have terrible internet here, and I don't like to sort of waste anyone's time, get you all wrapped up and no place to go. So, Sheila, I'm going to see what happens the next 2 or 3 days. If we get through this live for 90 minutes without it cutting out, and it's looking good, actually, and I get through the Wednesday one as well, I'll shoot you an invitation, because I would really like to do that. I think it'd be great fun. I can send you a StreamYard link, and we can do it. I think that would be great. No political readings. Fair enough, right? Now, I want to put a disclaimer on this, right? I absolutely love Celtic Tarot, Sheila. I absolutely love what Whimsy does. I've been on the remote view, and I did some political cards as well. But I just kind of, I don't know, I didn't come into this to do politics, basically. Those guys are real good at what they do. But I'm not a big political reader. I'm really not. And one reason in particular is my little part of spiritual practice. What I do is, partly as Lisa says there, for entertainment purposes only. But there's more to it than that. I want to try and reach everybody. Well, I'm pretty much a liberal, as you'd say in USA. In British terms, I'm a socialist in the way it works in Britain. I'm pretty much a Labour Party supporter. They're a bit rubbish at the moment, but over the span of my life, I think they're the best. But I would hate to do a political reading based on that liberal view of things, and then I push someone away who's actually a Republican, but they actually need help. So that's why I don't really get political myself. Ron, yeah, my friend, we'll do that as well. This is great. I would love to network with you. Would like to have you as a guest on my channel. Many thanks. We'll get in touch. We must do that. If you'd like to email me, Ron, my email is down there in the description, and I will contact you. If you've got your email in your video description somewhere, I will find it and I will email you, because it would be absolutely great to do that. Sheila is an independent now. Long story. Yeah, well, it's always a long story, actually. But there we go. Yeah, I mean, it is just all about being genuine, I suppose, really being genuine. Okay. Let's have a look at this. This is an interesting one. Right, I'm Steve. Here we go. Thanks for this question. A few months ago, 2 readers pulled the same cards calling for a significant financial change. No clue from any of us. Are you picking up anything? Well, thumping through my head, but I must be honest, I don't know if this is coming direct from spirit guides, because this is like what I think anyway. But just about everyone in the world at the moment needs a big financial change. The super rich need to change and understand what it's like not to have much. I'm not saying take all their money away, but my God, they've got to understand what it's like for the rest of us. And the rest of us really need building up somehow, because life is getting super expensive. There is, I'm sure, going to be a big financial change soon, because I don't just watch spiritual YouTube. I watch kind of various different commentators. And I just watched a guy predict, and he's an insider, and he's saying lumber prices are going to come shooting down. Timber wood lumber prices rocketed up during lockdown because lots of people had time off work and decided they were going to build a pergola in the garden, going to build a deck, something like that. So they all went out and bought wood. So wood prices went up. This guy is sure that wood prices are coming down really soon. That's just using wood as an example, but big financial changes coming, in our everyday lives, in our everyday pockets. And it has to come throughout the world as well, just because so many are suffering and going through hard times over it. I've pulled a card on that, okay? And this is the best I can do. It's kind of a vague one. Okay, but it's the Hermit, okay, and the particular meaning of the Hermit in this deck, which is Tarot in Wonderland, is you can see here, the Knight on the horse is a good friend of Alice's, and he's got to retreat into himself. He's got to do the Hermit thing, examine his life, his conscience, his money, everything. And Alice is sorry to see him go, but he will be back, okay? If you read the Alice in Wonderland story that goes with this deck, he will be back. So really, what needs to happen is financially, someone needs to let go. I guess we all need to try and let go of worrying about it. Well, that's not easy. It's your food, it's your livelihood, I know. But we've got to try and let go of the worry about it, because worrying doesn't change the outcome. It just makes it feel worse. But the good times are coming back. That's what I really feel looking at this card. I really do feel the good times are coming back. That's the best I can do, Steve. That's all I'm picking up at this point. Really is, But hey, thanks for that question. It's intriguing, isn't it? I'm sure that is unfolding at the moment. I think that's going to change pretty soon, pretty quickly. So hey, thanks for that, and happy solstice. Happy solstice to all of you. And at this point, happy solstice, Holly DeShane. Andy, may I have a card for the upcoming week? You most certainly can, Holly. I picked up the tarot. I've been told to go elsewhere. We are coming down, down, down at the side. And I'm going to take a quick drink of water as well. Oh, I love this water. It's kind of dry weather here in UK at the moment. Everything's dry. And so that's nice. And it's come out of my Berkey water filter as well. Got a real nice Berkey water filter. And the water is takes a bit of getting used to, because there's just like no chemicals left in it at all. And I strongly recommend Berkey. Mine's actually called British Berkfeld, but they just tried to give it a British name, which is a Jewish name actually, but that's cool. It's just a British version of a Berkey. It all comes from the same place, stateside. Wonderful water. The filters last like 10 years. If you buy the black candle filters, they last like 10 years, you know, and they're really good at purifying water. It comes out lovely. Disclaimer on that, they don't actually take viruses out of the water. That's the only thing, you know, so they're not that amazing about taking viruses out, but they take everything else out except fluoride. You can buy fluoride filters to put in them. Great stuff, actually, because fluoride really does calcify that pineal gland in the brain there, which the third eye works in conjunction with all the time, and we don't want that calcified, friends. We really do not. Fluoride is not the thing it's meant to be. I have had fluoride-free toothpaste for years and years, and I haven't been to the dentist for a very long time. Julie M actually sent me some amazing Reiki. Julie Metin, by the way, there are two Julie M's on the group. Julie Metin sent me some Reiki energy and totally healed up the last time I had toothache. Fantastic, because she used to work for a dentist and she was a dental assistant, so she knew exactly where to target the Reiki. But other than that, I just don't get teeth problems, and I never have fluoride in my toothpaste. So hey, for entertainment purposes only, YouTube, but that's my take on it. Okay, Holly DeShane, Andy, may I have a card for the upcoming week? You most certainly can. Two have come out, so I'm going to do two. First one, you can do it. Archangel Michael. Now, whenever we have any kind of spiritual concerns and needs for protection, we call upon Archangel Michael, and he cuts through the crap like nobody else. Nothing out there in the universe can take on Archangel Michael. He cuts down problems in their tracks. This is kind of metaphorical, though. Whatever is coming up for you in the week ahead of you, right? You can do it. You can handle it. Call on Archangel Michael if you need to, but you really can handle it. You've got the resources within yourself, okay? And the other card we got there for you, positive change, right? Paravati. So I guess things are coming up in the next week, but they're nothing to worry about, you know. If they are worrying, don't worry, you are going to get through it for absolute certain, because this is taking you towards positive change. Okay, Holly. So like all of us, I wish you the very best with that. I really do. Happy solstice to you. This coming week is great, really. We've got solstice coming just right at the end of Sunday in USA, right at the beginning of Monday here. And then on the 22nd, it's the end of Mercury retrograde. So it's pretty good, really. And I wouldn't be surprised if all the problems I've had getting the live videos going in the last week, and actually I couldn't even upload anything most of the time. I think I only got 2 or 3 uploads up the whole week. It was just hopeless. And I'm sure that is just like the sting in the tail of Mercury retrograde. There is another twist in the tail of Mercury retrograde, because for the next sort of about 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks, we are in the post shadow to Mercury retrograde, which comes at the end of it. See, Mercury's going forward. No, that's make it so it comes out left, right on the screen. Mercury's going forward, slows down, stops, and then starts going backwards, and that's Mercury retrograde. And then Mercury retrograde stops again, and this is when it's direct station, and this is what's happening on Tuesday. Mercury stops going backwards, and it takes a couple of weeks to build up to full speed so it can keep on going on its journey. And in those couple of weeks, we get answers to things. We start realizing why certain things have happened. Some of the stuff from Mercury retrograde starts to make sense. I would love to know why I wasn't able to use YouTube much, but hey, you know, that's life, isn't it? You know, I'm sure it is as much as anything else. I'm sure it's just worldly problems with internet connections. You know, Mercury retrograde doesn't cause these things, but Mercury retrograde represents the timing when these things are going to come up and are going to happen. That's how it works, you know. But it is all about the science of life just as much as the science of the heavens. And I think this is one of the big problems, you know, with scientists putting down the idea of God, putting down the idea of the divine, the universe, psychics, James Randi, all those people. Thunderfoot, if you watch Thunderfoot, I watch him because he's a great scientist, but sometimes he tries to prove that there's no God, and that gets up my nose, because you will never get someone who believes in God to accept a scientific explanation for why there isn't a God. It can't happen, because anyone who believes in God realizes that there is something outside of this world. There is something outside of science. And that is a wonderful realization. It's absolutely true. It's absolutely real. But there is a kind of science of the divine. It's been said about karma, quite rightly, I think, that karma is the science of your relationship with the divine. And it is a science. It really is, but hey, no scientist is ever going to actually believe that, are they? Because they're scientists. They're stuck with it. Julianne says, Andy, if you sense something coming at me, please say so. Forewarned is forearmed. I honestly don't, Julie. I honestly don't. I can tell this is important to you. I'm going to pull a card. I'm going to pull a tarot card for you at this point, Julie. All right. I see. Right. Now this is it. Yeah, here we go. King of Swords. This is what's actually going on. Yeah. So right now, I can't see any trouble coming your way at all. But yeah, this is saying there's a big decision coming your way, and it's not going to be an easy decision, Julie. But you're going to be okay. There's nothing coming in that's going to cause you any actual real trouble. Possibly a sleepless night or two. But hey, we get them in summer anyway, don't we? Because the weather's so hot. But that's really, Julie, that's all I'm seeing as I look into that. Really, really it is. Now then, Lisa is watching Stonehenge as well as Sheila Inquisitive Tarot. Great idea, actually. I think I'll watch some of that as well. I'm going to try and stay up until daylight if I can, actually. I was going to get some sleep and try, but if I do that, I'll never want to get up at 4:30 a.m., which is the moment of the solstice here. So I'm going to try and stay up. So maybe I will watch Stonehenge too. That would be cool. GGB seems to always have computer issues during Mercury retrograde. Yeah, just a part of life. I couldn't agree more, actually. I couldn't agree more. Yeah, something is afoot. Yeah, but it's a big thing. It's going to really exercise your mind a lot. But I could say you're going to get through it, Julie, but I don't think there's going to be anything to get through. That keeps coming to me all the time, And as Marianne says, we've had solar flares causing interference too with the whole thing. Aspie Third Eye, it's never too late for questions. Well, it will be in about half an hour's time, actually, to be honest, because the energy goes down. But certainly not yet. Okay, will the Airbnb owners stop harassing and threatening me? Let's find out. Healing's involved. So, especially since it's only the second pendulum question of the show, let's bring out the healing Reiki pendulum and see what it has to say. Oh, right. That's giving me a no turning into a yes, but it was a no for quite a while there. Now, that's not going to be an easy one. That's not going to stop really soon. It is going to stop, Aspie, but you're going to have to complain somewhere officially to really get it to stop. That's really unfortunate, but yeah, there's some effort needed from you to get it to stop. Just really try and avoid confrontation as much as you can, because I'm sure they're being confrontational, actually. And people like that have just got to learn that they can't be confrontational, bottom line. Years and years ago, different neighbor, there's different people next door to me now, but a different neighbor I had years ago asked me, would I mind if he parked his classic car on my garden, because it's a classic car, and he didn't want to throw it away. And I said yes for a couple of weeks. It was there for a year, and in the end I had to get the police to make him move it. It was rotting away. He was never going to do anything to it, and he wouldn't park it outside his own house because his wife wouldn't allow it. And he got very confrontational about that and threatening about that. And I went to a higher authority to decide it for me. And that's the only thing he can do sometimes, unfortunately, Aspie. So hey, totally wish you luck with that, my friend. Okay, I hope that's helped you. Now then, Patty Palmer, does anyone here do Reiki healing? I'm having trouble walking after being on my phone, sitting for long periods of time. Hip and lower back feels like they're going out. Any help is welcome. Okay. Well, I've got Reiki too. I'm not a Reiki master, but I'm going to just try and focus on sending you some healing there, Patty. But I know we have many Reikiists on the thread, so please, guys, if we can all send some healing to Patty Palmer at this point. Okay. I really wish you the best with that. Aspie says, may have to lawyer up. Oh, dear, yeah. I think you may have to, actually, before they leave you. And that's a bummer, because that really costs, doesn't it? That's just not good at all. Okay. Best of luck. Real best of luck. Sharon Lee, could you read what is around me this summer, next few months? I can if I have a drink of water first. Yeah, people take advantage of good souls. That's very true, Holly. Still hoping everyone can hear me, by the way. I start the show really loud, shouting. I just get a bit tired with it by the end, and it makes me cough, so I've gone a bit quieter now. But if I turn the microphone right a bit, distorts, and you get that robot voice coming through that was on my last video that I put up this afternoon, which is no good, because I am not a robot. I'm really not. Okay, 3 cards for you, Sharon Lee, on what is coming up this summer. 1, 2, 3. Okay, for Sharon Lee. Okay, first one, 8 of Pentacles. Okay, good progress. This is really positive. It is the first card, so it's not going to be plain sailing. Also, if you see what's going on here, this guy is the king. He's totally in charge, and yet he still can't get a decent-sized pencil, so he's having to resort to this craziness to create the Pentacles. Nevertheless, he has already created 7, and he's creating the 8th one now. So it's not going to be easy, Sharon, but it's going to be positive. It's going to be really positive, okay? It's just going to be really tricky. Middle card, heart of the matter for you. It is number 14 in the Major Arcana. It's the Temperance card, okay? So really try and be at your best. Try and be at your most elegant. Handle things as kind of effectively as you can. And yeah, use that personal elegance. Be at the most elegant and eloquent you can be. Try and express yourself carefully, you know. Whatever you do, don't brush anything aside. Try and be on your best game, really. That's the way to handle that one with Temperance. 7 of Wands, right? And here's where the difficult bit comes, okay? You're going to win this, all right? Alice wins this one. She really does. But yeah, some crazy and some absolutely pointless battling going on with the 7 of Wands there. But it is a wand card. You do get things done and you do get through it, Sharon. Okay, so a tricky few months actually, but a very positive few months at the same time, because we started off with 8 of Pentacles, which is like really close to the completion of the Pentacles whole message thing, which is all about abundance. It's earth energy with the Pentacles. Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn are the signs associated with it. So be earthy, get yourself grounded, and just determine that no one is going to walk over you. And you'll just breeze through it by saying nice things to people that they can't say anything against, that they can't talk around, and you'll get places. You will. So, hey, thanks so much for that question, Sharon. Now, I was going to go to another one there. If I can, I have to scroll up and try and find it. Okay. You get hiccups too. Well, hey, always on the money when hiccups happen. Okay. Right, Lena. I'll do this one pretty quickly because it's a pendulum question. Okay, we'll switch pendulums now. Hi, Andy. Hi, Lena. Happy solstice. Will I meet a love interest this year? Let's take a look at the green aventurine pendulum, because love is always an adventure. And the word aventurine is very nearly the word adventure, isn't it? Just a few things different. Right, it's done a circle, then it's done a back and forth. So it's done a yes and a no. Now it's doing a yes again. But wow. Yes, you are right. You are going to meet a love interest this year. It's going to be a bit up and down though. It's not a straightforward path. It's going to be on, it's going to be off. But I think it's going to end up being on because the predominant energy with the pendulum there was yes. Just a little bit rickety, a little bit rackety along the way. Anyway, I wish you well with that. I'm sure we all do. Oliver is with us. Happy solstice, Oliver. Hello, Sir Andy. Hello, Oliver. I am very good. Thank you, sir. And is DK a Virgo woman into a relationship right now? Is there a chance for me to be with her at the right time? Okay. Switch pendulums. Just like to keep switching them, switching the energy. Circle for yes, back and forth for no. Okay. Clockwise circle. Yeah, there is a chance for you to be with her at the right time, most certainly. Now let's try something else. Is this the right time for Oliver and DK, the Virgo woman? Whoa, tiny little circle. It's hardly moving at all. Not yet, my friend, okay? But at the right time, yes, there is. Now, I know this is a hell of a thing to say because a love interest like this, it's very pressing. It keeps us awake day and night thinking about it. But, you know, basically it's going to come to pass at some point. So try and be as cool-hearted as you can about it and just kind of save yourself for the big moment. Card on that, 7 of Pentacles. All right, so abundance, positive energy. The Pentacles aren't just about money, they're about abundance as well. Okay, and in this case it's abundance of love. It's just got a very, very thin trunk, very thin trunk on a very fat tree. Okay, so basically things aren't ready yet. The ground isn't prepared really for this to happen, but it is going to happen, Oliver. Okay, so keep your manifesting head on and you can manifest it. I'm sure of that. Stacey Swan is with us. A tarot reading about what is going on in your life, most certainly. Most certainly. But I am going to need another quick drink first. Come on, iPhone. Thank you very much, Julie M, who has just sent me a donation. Really appreciate it. And Cat Mama Meow is saying, Marcy Meow. I don't know if Cat Mama is with us on the live here, but she's just sent me a message to YouTube Studio. So hi, Cat Mama, if you're watching, meow to you. Oh, she's just started a really good sort of library project thing, you know, and kind of take a book and share it, sort of pay it forward thing. And you can take plants and grow them as well. Really, really nice thing to do that, actually. Really good for the soul. Okay, Stacey. I'm just giving this deck a good shuffle because this deck has worked pretty hard tonight. In fact, it's worked pretty hard in the last week. Okay. Right. Okay, right. One of these cards is repeating itself from the last one. Okay, but this is your first card, Stacey. It is Leo the Lion. It is the Knight of Wands. Fire sign energy here, so Leo, Sagittarius or Aries, but he is very much Leo. Right, now there's a lot of help here if you want it, okay? There's a lot of action here if you want it, a lot of energy behind your kind of journey through life if you want to bring it in. If the time's not right, and you must decide if the time's not right, Stacey, and if you don't feel the time is right, that's okay. The chance, the energy, the opportunity will come around again. And the Knight of Wands here is very egotistical, and if you don't jump straight on the bandwagon, he'll take off without you, but he'll come back for you some other time. Okay, so that's card number 1. Card number 2, Heart of the Matter. Right, the Hanged Man. It is number 12 in the major arcana here. And in terms of what's going on in your life, this really is the heart of the matter, okay? Things are waiting to happen. And that's why you've got all that Leo Lion energy trying to drive you forward. And yet this might not be the right time. There is a clock in this card. So this really is what we're looking at. The time isn't right. But look, if we just turn him upside down a minute so he's the right way up. Craziness of the Hanged Man there. He's got a cup of tea. He's got something to eat. It's not too bad, okay? It's not too bad. Excuse me. It's not too bad, but it's a wait and see time for you, Stacey, at this present moment. But look, 10 of Pentacles. This is card number 3, and this is very positive. Okay, when there's not much going on, it's a great time to take a proper rest. And look at Alice lying in the chair there. She is absolutely knackered, but it's the 10 of Pentacles. Really positive energy here. Lots of abundance indicated. So everything's going to be okay if you just take time out. Take that time to rest, or at least rest your mind so you're not worried so much about stuff. And the 3 portraits at the top represent the spirit ancestors of Alice looking down on her. And this is it. You've got spirit people, you've got angels watching over you all the time, Stacey. So fear not. Your higher self can go to sleep as well. That's what the ginger cat there is. He represents Alice's higher self, and he's taking a nice sleep too. So it's going to be okay. Yeah. All right. So it sounds like there's a fair bit going on, but it sounds like nothing much is going to happen as a result of it this time. But don't worry, opportunities will come again. So think of that 10 of Pentacles. Think of Alice taking that lovely rest in the chair there, and it's going to be good. Okay. It is going to be good, I'm sure. Right. So best of luck with that. Just doing some scrolling because I'm bound to have missed questions. I always do. Guys, when you type your question in, if you can, sort of mouse over it or triple tap it, or there's all different ways of doing it. Try and copy the text to your clipboard, and you can just kind of type it in again in a jiffy if I miss you, you know. Sharon Lee, that card is so cute. A lion as a knight. Yeah, absolutely. But that's where lions are at. Big style, it really is. Okay, Sheila is still hanging around watching. Love your readings. I love yours too, Sheila. Be great to do a collab. It really would. Okay, Diane Faith is with us. Hi, Diane. Andy, dear, do you see anything for me this week? Thank you. Right. Well, I've heard something for you. Another drink of water. Lots of coughs going on tonight. Yeah, I heard something for you and then I lost it drinking the water, so we'll do cards. Okay, we'll do a card anyway. Okay, what we've got here, right? Yeah, Ace of Wands. Okay, now I don't feel that big alchemical happenings are actually coming to you this week, but there is the opportunity to start something which is going to lead to big happenings in the week ahead of you. Okay, some of the old energies are falling away. That's what I'm hearing, Diane. Okay, so yeah, you know, opportunity comes up. This isn't the week when you're going to be actually making the most of the opportunities, but it's the beginning of them. So try and make the best beginning that you can of those opportunities, Diane. Okay, because that's the way it's going to go. That is the way it's going to go. And thank you so much for your question. Okay, Cat Mama is here. She says, oi, of course you do. Hi, meowdy, Cat Mama. And congratulations on your library. I think that's a brilliant thing. I really do. So let's take a look at Lisa's question. There is a potential new partnership for me on the horizon. Can you read if it will be beneficial? Right, I believe it will be, actually, because I'm not guided to the tarot for this one. I'm guided to good old Doreen Virtue's Ascended Masters deck. Now, this says it's going to be intense, okay? It's just always something intense when I'm drawn to the Ascended Masters deck, unless my guides say different, and they haven't. So it's going to be quite intense, all right? Beneficial, hey, right, okay. I just cut the deck, right, and this is the card. Twin Flame. Yeah, so you couldn't get much more beneficial than Twin Flame, could you? All right, you're going to be like two swans making the heart shape. Yeah, looks really positive, very, very positive. Also in this card, right, there's a sort of jewel over his third eye here. Right, so spiritually beneficial as well. Wow, that looks very positive, that does, you know. I often look at a card and I'm not quite sure what it's telling me, but couldn't get much more positive than that, could we? Wow, best of luck with that, Lisa. Okay. Right, words that have come to me from Spirit. Get your boots on and make sure you're the one who wears the trousers. Okay. In other words, kind of try and be in control as much as you can, basically. Okay. Okie dokie. Sorry to go quiet. I'm just scrolling. Okay. Right. Hey, hey to you. Hi, Celtic Tarot Sheila, if you're watching, by the way, thank you for joining us. Hey, question. Hello, Andy. My husband is a little bit of a skeptic, but he's open to a card right now. What do his guides have to say? Okay, I'm going to do a card on that. And, you know, I can never blame anyone for being skeptic. You know, you have to have certain realizations before you could even believe that this could be real, you know. And I think that's absolutely fair enough. I really do. You know, it's not like when you go to an evangelical church and, you know, you're going to burn in hell unless you accept the Lord in whatever form the church tells you. No way. This is absolutely for everyone. So I'm very happy to do a card for your husband. I'm just having a good shuffle here to make sure I come out with the right card, something that's going to mean something. Turn one over. Radar, Soul Flame. What this card says, rediscover rediscover a lost part of yourself, experience relationship harmony and healing. Right now, I don't feel this casts any aspersions on your relationship, hey, and your husband. This is more like his relationship with himself. This is more like something to do with where he's going in life, actually. Oh, we've got a cat. Sorry, a cat just came in and kind of distracted me. That's no bad thing, really. Right, basically, and I'm being told that your husband is basically spiritually open, you know, and really isn't close-minded about this. You coming up, Puss? Oh, she's managed. I tried to pick her up, but she jumped out of the way. I'm going to have to do another card. I'm totally distracted. But Radha, Soul Flame. Okay, let's see what else we've got. Right, Freya, phases and cycles. This is it, okay? Right, this makes a lot more sense to me now, focusing on the energy of your husband and actually of you as well. Phases and cycles, it says, there is a beginning within every ending. Illusions are revealed and released. Okay, so it's a time of change, most certainly. Letting go of illusions. It sounds like you're going to do that anyway, Mr. Hey, but it's really something that actually needs to happen, and it's going to bring a change. But they're talking about cycles here, and I feel sure that it's not like a change into something blindingly new. It's kind of bringing something back that really matters to you, something important to you, something close to your heart, as Soul Flame suggests. So that is actually two cards there, but I did get distracted by Tinkerbell. I hope that helps you, my friend. I really do. And because I got distracted, I'm going to do yet another one. Okay, the Hierophant. Just right. Okay, when things are changing, as they're going to be doing in the next 7 days or so, consult your higher self. Okay, think about what the things that matter most to you in your life. Make decisions based on that. Never mind what any other pressure might be driving you towards. Thanks for that question. Okay, we have new comments. Kitty is whispering to Twig's ear. Yes, now you know who one of my spirit guides is. You coming, baby? Come on. Come on. Come on. Yeah, here she is. Look, it's Tinkerbell. It's Tinkerbell. Tinkerbell is here. Oh, look, you're getting sketches from Lisa. Right. Okay. Here we go. She's got to welcome the cat energy because it's solstice. It's like welcoming in the solstice energy when you welcome in the cat energy. Here she is. Not seeing much of Marcy in the house lately. She's out in the garden all the time, but she's just not coming in the house much because I guess it's that time of year, you know, lovely weather, and it's not even dark yet. You know, it's 10:30 p.m. in UK, just coming up. 22:27, and it's not actually dark. I can see out in between the trees. I can see the moonlight, such as it is, as the moon energy builds up towards full moon. Beautiful tabby indeed, absolutely. Cats are the best. I am not a dog person. I agree, Sheila. That is me too. That is really seriously me too. She is a sweet little kitty baby, says Julianne. Absolutely, couldn't say a truer word. Really beautiful tabby, says Patty. Yeah, row to you too, Tinkerbell. She looked at me when I said that. She picked up on that. She really did. Twainer is kindly here. Say, Twainer, sorry your reading didn't happen earlier. Got the internet back much better now, so hopefully we can do it in the next couple of days. If you would like a reading, guys, email me 35and83@gmail.com. It's scrolling along the bottom of your screen over and over again throughout the video, and it's down there in the description as well. And as Twainer says, please show Andy some love with a cup of coffee at coffee.com/twig or paypal.me/twigbrother. Okay, so just Cat Mama has just posted on my Facebook timeline, but I can't read it just yet because I'm not on Facebook. I'm doing this, but I'll look forward to reading that one. I really, really will, because she's a good laugh, is Cat Mama. Always a good laugh. Cheerful energy, good, quite high energy. And as Lisa says, if you'd like a reading, there is that Gmail address again. Right, and as Julie says, Solstice is an auspicious time to support your tarot readers and mediums. Couldn't agree more. And it is really wonderful when we get that support coming in, actually, because this is a very transient kind of way to make a living here. So it really helps massively. Your support is always really muchly appreciated. I'm scrolling now to Mrs. Tyler J. Barnes. Does Spirit have a message for me? I feel that they do, because a voice said, look for your name, because you'd asked the question. So, yeah, they obviously want to tell you something. Moonology card for you, okay? Moonology card for you. And the Moonology cards are all over the place and upside down and back to front and all sorts. So we'll see what we get, okay? All right. Waxing crescent moon. And it's gibbous at the moment. It isn't actually crescent at the moment, but it is waxing. The energy is building up. The card says, have faith in your dreams. Okay? And, obviously that's like, follow your heart, follow your dreams. So important, folks. Always follow your heart in any big decision that you have to make. Your heart knows the way, subconsciously, it really does. But when it talks about dreams, it's not just the things you've always wanted. Things coming to you in dreams, okay? That's what really matters. You are actually getting guidance through your dreams at the moment. Dreams are difficult for you to remember the dreams, I'm sure. And especially this time of year when it's such hot weather and it's hard to get to sleep. I have actually missed writing down a lot of dreams in the last couple of weeks. I always recommend keep a pencil or a pen and a piece of paper by the bed and write your dreams down, because we forget our dreams, or the meat, the important part of our dreams, spiritually speaking. We lose sight of that within about 10 minutes of waking up. So if you can, write those dreams down and take notice of them. And as the card says, have faith in them. Okay, lovely nature scene in this card as well. So maybe get out into nature if you possibly can. It is the solstice, it is the season, but take notice of your dreams if you possibly can, right? And yeah, difficult this time of year. I had a cracker last night. I wish I'd written it down. I can't remember a thing about it now, but it was one I wish I'd written down. But I woke up about 3 a.m. and it was really hot, and I just really wanted to get back to sleep. So I didn't bother writing it down. I kind of hoped the dream would continue, but it didn't. And now I can't remember it. So write it down if you possibly can. Okay. Chris Engel is asking. What's she asking? Can't see it now. Got it. Heart still feels for ex-Scorpio, but he's so tangled up elsewhere. Okay. Right, I think that's a tarot question. Let's find out why he's so tangled up elsewhere. Yeah, he's got a lot on his mind and a lot on his plate. 2 cards have come out at once, so I'm going to do the 2 cards on that for you, Chris. All right, first one, and this is why I say he's got too much on his plate. What we've got here is the 10 of Wands. If you you're coming up, I'm not going to feed you now. You've got food and water. She keeps jumping up. She wants some more food and water. She'll get it soon. And there is some there for her now. Right, okay. So your ex-Scorpio, so tangled up elsewhere. Well, the Wands cards are fire sign energy, actually. So there we go, Leo, Sagittarius. We're not actually coming up with a Scorpio influence in this card, but I'm sure it's relevant. What we've got here, the guinea pig's got nice things in his wheelbarrow, but he can't stop and eat them because he's got to carry all these wands that are tied to his back. Okay, so yeah, tangled up elsewhere, absolutely for sure, but he's not happy to be tangled up elsewhere. You know, it's really weighing quite heavily on his mind at the moment. And the other card that came up, number 13, the death card. This isn't the death of your chances of having it work out. Okay, this is the death of what's giving him grief at the moment. This is the death of all the excessive pressures on him, but it's his choice. He's got to decide to blow the candle out on the past and let the turquoise light of truth shine through, as is happening in the card here. So I hope that helps you. I really do. And Mrs. Tyler J has been working on remembering her dreams. Recently had a prophetic one. Yeah, they're pretty amazing, actually. They really are pretty amazing. Now then, Stacey Swan. And guys, I'm sort of coming towards the end of the questions bit now, so get your questions in now if you're going to, because I stopped trying to do readings after about 90 minutes. That's just kind of, it's not exactly a hard and fast limit, and sometimes I go over that, but the energy's going down by 90 minutes, and it's going down now. Okay. Stacey asks, will my husband ever come to the full realization of who he was in his past life? Yeah, but this is complicated. Right, I mean, in some ways he already has come to that full realization, but there's part of it that he's in denial about. All right, there was something kind of unpleasant in one of his past lives. You see, we have many past lives. I've got a reason for saying this. I won't go into it right now, but I've got a reason for saying this. Most of us seem to have had about 180 past lives on this earth at this time. So there's a lot of them. Now, there was a painful past life, and that was difficult for him. And it's difficult on soul level for him to really come into the full realization of it. Okay, but it will pass. Okay, I've pulled you a card on that, and we've got the 3 of Swords there. If I bring it right up to the camera, you can see that it's actually raining in this scene. Come on. You can see that it's actually raining in this scene. And what happens is the cake is the problem, and the cake washes away. The swords stand strong because the rain, like the passage of time, is washing that fear away from the situation. Oh, I've got cat hairs up my nose now. Oh. Look, I'm going to feed you on I've fed you all. I'm sure there's food down there, right? Yeah, I'll come and get you something else in a minute, right? All right. I've got my plan to do this show. My cat has a plan of something else altogether. But I wouldn't be without her. Right. And Steve, this is interesting. Right, I get these periodic noxious odors in the house. Furnace and chimney were checked out, not the source. Any insight on that? Yeah, I believe this is a pet from the past. Does it smell a bit like a dog is, like, you know, giving off some gas? Maybe it does. I really feel there's an animal spirit guide about, and I really think that that's the source of it. But it often happens with spirit guides generally. Sometimes no one smokes, you don't smoke, no one's ever smoked in your house, and you just smell cigarette smoke everywhere. It's a smoker in the spirit world letting themselves be known. As soon as you accept that that's what it is, Steve, those periodic noxious odors should go right down. Also, it's summer, so odors really spread and odors really kind of catch on and take on. Now then. Twain, a spirit message, please. Thank you. Did you see the email I sent you, Twain? I emailed you back because I did get something coming through there about how, well, I can't honestly remember because it was about 6 hours ago now. No, it was only 4 hours ago, but I still can't remember it. That's me for you. Card for you. Right, 2 cards. Here we go. First card, Twain, the world. I guess you know what that means. You can kind of take your pick of where you want to go in life. I do remember part of the message I sent you on Gmail when we couldn't go ahead with your reading was actually you can do things that are the things that you want. It's not selfish, and your husband will be okay if you spend some time doing something else. Also, there is great appreciation from the spirit realms of what you do for him, particularly from his mother, who I believe is in spirit. But yeah, she was telling me, you can go ahead, do your own thing. Don't kind of stop living your life because of your commitment to your husband. Both things can go together and it will be okay. Okay, the angels are on the case and will oversee it. And we've got the 2 of Cups, so it's a good sign of love between you and your husband. It's also a good sign from the green teapot pouring in green energy into the cups there that the angels are on the case and they're sending you love, and it's going to be okay, Twaina. So get on with whatever you need to get on with and things will be all right. Monica Young asks, will my youngest be okay? Let's just do a quick pendulum one on that. Okay. Just give it a second to steady up. Yes, your youngest will be okay. It starts off slowly, right? Your youngest is definitely going to be okay. Absolutely for sure. I don't see any dangers there. But it's going to take time for your youngest to be really, really okay in a way that you can stop worrying about it. So try and put the worry out of your mind. Nothing really you can do. It's going to be okay. I'm being told that you're bound to worry in this situation. But yeah, your youngest is definitely going to be okay, Monica. Love and light to you. Wish you totally the best with all that. Cat Mama, yeah, ask yours again, please, because I've lost sight of it. Sheila Inquisitive Tarot, number 7, the Chariot. Okay, so we know change has been coming in. It's all taking you somewhere. Now, you see what's going on in this card. Alice is trying to play a game of croquet using, instead of a croquet racket or bat or whatever it is, and a ball, she's got to use a flamingo and a hedgehog. So she's got the wrong tools for the job, and the Chariot's journey is coming away from those wrong tools into a much better situation. What's happened, okay, is all about one door closes, another door opens. And this way, Sheila, you are going to have much more success in the direction that is what's meant to be as part of your life, Really, really it is. Okay, that is definitely your card, Sheila. Most definitely. Okay, I'm looking for Cat Mama's question now in case I've missed it again. Can't find it. I've got to just get on with this, okay? Oh, here we go. Right, Cat Mama. Over decades, I've had many readings. A lot of readers seem put off by me. Why? It's because you've got a very genuine energy, and you are in yourself, right? There are lots of readers who are a bit concerned about me because I don't really do it by the book. It's because I work as a medium. I just use the cards to trigger off connections with my spirit guides and to draw me more closely to what my spirit guides are trying to tell me. So I'm a free spirit. A hell of a lot of readers are really uncomfortable with that. They think, well, I've read the book, and if that person hasn't read the book, I'm better than them, and it's just being a free spirit, but it's a good thing. Okay. Basically, when you find a reader that isn't put off by you, like me, for example, then, they're going to read for you, and you'll always get the readings you need in time. Okay. You will always get the readings you need just in time. Okay, right. Christina Alvarez. Hi, Christina. I've been having spirit around me more often than usual. They even turned off the air conditioner on me. And so who is around me? What messages do they have for me? Right. They turned off your air conditioning. Wow. They can do stuff like that. They really can. They made my mobile phone ring. It's donkeys years ago now. They made my mobile phone ring, and I was sure I'd switched it off, and I went over to look at it, and I had switched it off, but they still made it ring, and I was awake when it happened. It wasn't a dream. They can do stuff like that. They really can. Okay. I want to say grandfather. Okay. Certainly grandfather energy. Grandfather. Link with radios, link with, I don't know if he was a radio broadcaster or something, but he had a link with radios. Maybe he repaired them, I don't know. But he definitely had some kind of link with radios. I see this big old radio in front of me. Okay, card on that. 4 of Swords. Okay, take a rest by all means. Ask the angels to see things through to completion. You see the 3 swords are sort of hanging up there, but they're tied up nice and carefully, and he has got a sword there by his side in case he suddenly needs to jump up. So take a break, right? If you need to suddenly come out of taking that break, things are going to be okay, all right? Something's just around the corner for you as well. Something's about to happen, but you handle it on your terms, okay? You handle it on your terms. That is the best way, Christina. It really is. Okay, but it's great that you've picked up that they're around you. You mean a lot to this grandfather character. Which grandfather? Manny? Oh, it's jumped out of the way. Manny Senior or Ignacio? The one that has the link to radios. I think Manny Senior. That's what I think, Manny Senior. Okay, that I can't tell you why. That's just what I think. Yeah, Sheila, yeah, good point. Each reading is different. Cards can have different meanings for the reading. Yeah, but you wouldn't believe the number of people. I get people emailing me sometimes saying, oh, this reader pulled this card for me and said it meant this, but the book says it means this. Was that reader wrong? I never unpick other people's readings. I never do. They've all got their spirit guides. And yeah, absolutely 100% agree. Each reading is very different. Cards really can have different meanings. It's a very true thing. Yeah. And Sheila is also saying, don't be discouraged, Patty Palmer or Cat Mammy. You're both searching for answers. It's okay to ask. I wholeheartedly agree. I really wholeheartedly agree. I really do. Guys, we're pretty close to the end at this point. Okay. Yeah, my thumbs up number is... Yeah, that does happen, Julie. Yeah, that's weird, that, isn't it? But what happened? I don't know how it works. Okay, it shows on the screen how many are watching. It says 35 right now, but I'm sure there are people watching who don't appear on the screen. And I think on the count, and I think what that is if you're not signed in to YouTube, if you don't, because you can just watch YouTube on a web page or the app without actually, no, I think you have to sign in with the app. But people watch YouTube on the web without actually signing in. A lot of people do that actually because they don't want YouTube or Google getting hold of their details and knowing all their preferences. And I think if they're not signed in, they don't show in the count. And I think that's why that is. But you got to sign in to use the thumbs up. Crazy world of YouTube, eh? The crazy world of YouTube. Okay, just check this one. This is going to have to be the last one, guys. The energy is plummeting right now. Andy, who is the male voice that called out to me at dawn this week, said, over here, over here, over here. Right, it's not anyone you know, Linda. Okay, it is someone in the spirit world. It is someone good trying to get your attention. I feel it's what we might call an elven energy, like nature sprite, an earth sprite, someone like that. Okay, he's bringing protection around you, Linda. That's what I'm getting. He's bringing protection around you. Don't know if you're going to need that protection particularly, but he's bringing protection around you. And as long as you've got that protection, that's pretty good. But, nature sprites often work like that. You'll hear a voice, Very powerful presence, and it's a good presence. It's a positive presence. Absolutely nothing to worry about, I feel sure. Right, guys, on that one more card. We're going to do an Ascended Masters card. In fact, this is for everyone. Guys, if you've asked a question and I haven't answered it, I'm so sorry. As the channel grows, I just can't get to everyone before the energy has dropped. Right, hey, I cut the deck and it's there again. Second time out tonight. This is for everyone, right? Positive change. That's what's happening. Parvati is the person in the Ascended Master depicted here. Positive change is happening. You've got to kind of see it that way if you possibly can. Sometimes positive change feels negative, but it's always the case that what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, okay? And the strength will keep on building and building for you all, I'm sure, particularly if you send your thoughts out there right now when the solstice bells are ringing, because it is solstice. It's the turning of the year. It's the shortest night. Nature is absolutely at her fullest. I'm going to make the most of that. I really hope I'm awake at 4:31 a.m. UK time, which is when the solstice is going to be. That is 9:31 p.m. Mountain time, by the way, just about, about 5 3/4 hours away at this very moment. If you're watching in the future, I guess that means nothing. But if you're watching in the future, welcome, and you are tying in to the summer solstice energy. On that rather happy note, I'm going to say a big fat good night to one and all. Kay Rubio says, I appreciate you. I appreciate you too, Kay. I appreciate every single one of you. I hope every single one of you are safe and happy and healthy, having a fantastic solstice. The idea is I'll be back on Wednesday, okay? I'm calling in the engineers, so I really hope I'll be back on Wednesday. Mercury retrograde's going to end. It's all going to be coolio. Love to you all, guys. Light to you all. Blessings and happy solstice and